So this is Calabos. I'm a little bit further than I was last time when I stopped. I believe I was messing with string over there. You'll notice that I am making a water pit. So I'm probably going to expand this slightly. It should be 5 by 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Need to go over. So the purpose of this pit is clearly to mess up my life by doing what I just did again. Oh, I love water. And clearly water, vein mining is a great choice. Let's turn this magnet back on. So there is in fact a purpose to this pit. The idea behind it is, or will be once I have fixed it, is I'm going to be doing some IC2 for power. For the IC2 power, sadly you must needs have separate power for IC2 machines as RF-based machines, which, you know, that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So this is the original edge. And since I've already done very many exciting things, I should empty my inventory. I'm just going to take out some of that. You'll notice that I do not have water breathing. However, it does seem to be taking some time. Let's close this off. So the pit needs to be 3 deep for what I'm trying to accomplish. I could actually go as far as 5 deep, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do not have... I do not have any picks. We'll take all of these. Here's a bunch of iron I'm already carrying. I'm not sure why. I have an inability to click. But anyway, so what I was looking at were these IC2 water mills. And they have 2 modes. So you can either put a bucket of water in it, and just like putting coal in a regular generator, or you can put it in the middle of a 3x3 block of water, and it will passively generate power. So I, being relatively spendthrift, right, lazy, monetarily speaking, 5. I had this brilliant idea of, if I can make 4 of them, that would be... I should probably just kill this water and make it again. would certainly be faster. But what's life without a little risk, right? Right. But if I can make a tank for them, I should actually just be able to generate passive power without needing to worry about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2. No, that's good to know. 4, 5. So this is where it needs to be as far as that goes. Let's light some of this up so I don't mysteriously end up with a bad case of zombie. Mysteriously. Okay, so this needs to go. These. Nope. Nope, wrong button. We'll put that there, put that there. Go to those mallow berries. So how deep is this pit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's one of the other reasons I like the bricks is, at least counting vertically, it's a lot easier for me to figure out heights. Now, I have no idea whether the generators have a thing about source blocks or not source blocks. So this is me hoping that they don't. Or so you'll notice that this middle row are not source blocks, and that is an issue. That is because these bottom ones are also not source blocks. Oh, fun, fun, fun. Believe me, this is it's easier if you do it correctly from the beginning. So I might actually just have to do that. Let's see. Get a second bucket. Because otherwise that's going to bother me. Another very exciting episode of this. Still, when it's done, it should be quite effective. That's the goal, right? To be effective. Almost done. Wow, I apparently am unable to count because 25. Each row is 25, or square level. Alright, so that should be that problem solved. Now I should just be able to do this. Alright, so that. Alright, so now this should make everything here a source block. Which means okay, so the idea is so I'm gonna have, I'll probably pull power from the sides of the machines. So the most you can collect from the machines is from 25 adjacent blocks of water. Don't know if it's okay with overlapping, but we're going to find out. Next step is to actually make the machines. And probably some sort of battery. So water mills. So if I'm right, a 3x3 should hold 4 machines. So, you know, basically one there, one there, but of course 2 blocks down. And it's a 5x5 cubes, and what I'm hoping is I should be able to set it up like that and get 4 machines in there. And if this is successful, I'm probably going to expand the tank slightly. or make a second tank for another 4 machines, and that's why my figure is 8 of these. So 8 of these actually means 4 of these generators, so 4 batteries. So let's throw some more coal in here because I have a feeling I'm going to need it. I'm going to be needing a lot of iron, so let's throw the magnetite in there. I'm probably going to need another setup like this. I'm fairly solid that I will have a more efficient setup at some point in the near future. But this is what I'm doing for now. We'll throw down for some coal for that, because I'm going to need tin, and I'm sure I've got tin somewhere. We'll put that in the gravel box. Silver, tin. So kind of what I'm hoping is that once we get some power generation going, at the very least IC2 will start doubling our ores, which is good because while we have a lot of iron, you'll notice that I'm pretty thin on the ground as far as tin, silver, gold. I got a little bit of ink, but ink is actually zinc rather. But zinc is fairly common. Another one that I would really like to be able to double is lead. So, I mean, not only are we talking about thermal foundation as far as, flux sucks and stuff like that for RF power, but when we come over here to tech guns, remember we're going to be making a revolver, shotgun, and all of that, and as you'll recall, hopefully, like the recipes for these involves lead ingots. So we're going to be needing lead because, quite frankly, the guns are quite an improvement over me trying to use a bow and embarrassing myself pretty badly. Oh, good, we're starting to get some tin. So with IC2 and whatever the other pack is called, or mod that does IC2 things, I think it's Tech Reborn. Yeah, it looks like Tech Reborn. So it uses FE, but I'm fairly solid that yeah. So it uses what it's called FE, but it's basically EU as far as that's concerned. You'll see that it's okay using the IC2 stuff. And while it's okay with doing IC2 stuff, IC2 does not also have backwards compatibility with it. So just a thing to be aware of, I think, except for the rubber. IC2 is pretty generic as far as rubber. So back to our watermill. I'd certainly like to finish that before we go anywhere else. So these double, so we're going to need 4 craftings of this generator, which means 4 batteries, 4 casings, 4 furnaces. The batteries are going to need 4 cables, and these. So we're going to need 12 of these 10 item casings, which is 2, 4 on the plate. So we need 6 tin plates for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that should be all of our battery casings. Now we need insulated tin cables, which is going to require rubber bars, plastic, rubber, something like that, and some tin cables, which, you know, 1 piece of tin plate with some shears will give us all of that we need. So we need 3 iron plates and 2 iron ingots. 1, 2, 3. Now, something that I failed to consider, which you were probably like screaming wildly at me, mostly because I'm an idiot, is I don't actually have any rubber trees going, and those take a while. So I do have. This is going to be very exciting as far as that goes. And we'll throw these in there. So the Tecraporn saplings, I don't know how much space they need to grow in, which is quite awkward. I guess we'll find out if they'll grow here. So I need some dirt. Oh, hey look, it's another use for bone meal. We probably don't need all of that. But let's find out if this grows. Nope. Oh, it does. So here's the thing. You may or may not be aware of this, but with these trees, they produce quite slowly, actually. Basically these spots on the bark, and if you have a tree tap, which I will be making in just a moment, you can take the spots in the bark and turn it into sap, cook the sap, and then you get rubber, which, you know, is very necessary for us just at this moment. What I will probably do is, in the future, I will make an actual tree farm area. Those are much happier when you have those are much happier when you give them slightly more space. So as far as the tree taps, what are they called? Okay. So that should give me 4 of them. You know, I have no idea if you can force the sap to grow. I don't think that you can, which is awkward. It will be a quick minute. Another way of doing it is you saw or may have seen the plastic sheets. There, plastic sheets. So I can collect this from a latex processing unit, and you can make a latex processing unit actually fairly quickly. It is one of the base the base machines in the industrial foregoing mod, and you get what, liquid latex from the tree fluid extractor. So basically what you would do is you'd set up a tree fluid extractor, and you'd have it probably directly output into the other machine, which the second machine requires power. The first one does not. So we're not quite at that point yet. Ah, there we go. So we'd simply be you know, it doesn't like this one. Maybe because my inventory is full. I don't recall having this difficulty before. Maybe it doesn't like this tree tap. So this is from Tech Reborn. So we'll try it from the Tech Reborn one. Tech Reborn. I can just write tap. I'm an idiot. Okay. So it's a stick, and I could have sworn that worked before. Very strange. Okay, so one of the things to be aware of is I now have enough heavy cloth to upgrade my armor. So I'm going to demonstrate, that in just a minute. So tree tap. If this works, I'm just going to junk the other ones. Okay, I have no idea why the tree tap is not collecting it. I have never had this difficulty in this pack before. Again, it could be the inventory thing. So let's make another chest. How's that? I shall probably end up kicking myself if that is in fact exactly what the difficulty is. So I have empty space in my inventory. You know, I'm not having any okay, so this is one of the Tech Reborn ones. There we go. So it does specifically want the Tech Reborn ones. So I'm just gonna junk these. They're wood. I can make more of them. But I'm almost certain that I made exactly the same ones, just the regular IC2 ones, and they worked fine. Maybe there's an IC2 rubber tree, and I had that. It is entirely possible that that is the one that I had, that I didn't have the Tech Reborn saplings. But so while we're waiting for this, I'm going to go ahead and throw down for the armor. So we'll need some iron, and we'll need some of this. this is going to be a longer recording. I'm probably going to stop after I make the armor. Pants. And boots. Inventory is too full. Okay. So get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Boots. Alright, so that should be the armor quest. Which gives me more pistol rounds, which is good because I do not have a way to make those without more lead yet. So, just to show you, I have 2 slots. It blinks really quick. And much like the much like the miner's gear, remember I showed you it has all this stuff. The soldier's gear also has fairly good armor resistance, and you are less likely to be knocked back. The mining is not as good, and that is unfortunate, but that knockback is pretty crazy helpful. So, that was me. I guess I'll catch you next time. Any questions, complaints, concerns, etc., go ahead and leave down in the comments below. If you like the video, leave a like. If you don't. Tell me what you didn't like. See what I can do better. Alright, folks, have a great night. Thanks for coming.